Hey, Brett here. This is a practice teach of science stretching for Tai Chi and Bagua, or another way to put that is deep flexibility or neuro hacking. Anyway, let's go ahead and get just comfortable standing position, feet parallel, knees slightly bent, and just shake a little bit. Just bounce and bounce. All right, we're going to use this to sort of shake off what's outside and come on inside. Maybe let your arms just sort of wobble a bit. Bounce, 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 bounce. This actually cleans your lymphatic system. This is really good for you, believe it or not. When we talk about issues in your tissues, and not specifically, when we talk about movement as medicine, a lot of that is you move stuff to get the scar tissues out of your body. Shaking's great for you. All right, now let's go ahead and work on the base just a little bit more. So feet parallel, knees bent. Now what I'd like you to do is take your sacrum and push it down. And as you push it down, it'll tend to tuck under. And then also, if you can imagine this, I'm opening up here, which is kind of weird. I'm actually kind of externally rotating my thighs. So as I tuck my sacrum under, my thighs are coming out and I'm opening up like a flower. Feet parallel. This engages your ligaments and this sets you up a stable base. All right, so now from here, I want you to reach out and up and take an inhale and reach up and gather energy above you, ball of energy. And then exhale as you push it down. And inhale. The breath is really important here. And exhale. As you synchronize your breath, you're calming down a little bit. As you slow your breath to about 5 breaths a minute, you'll start to balance your sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system one more time. And then exhale. If you extend the exhale, you'll actually calm yourself down. We'll be doing that later. So now inhale and reach down. Pet the kitty and then pull energy up your body, washing over your body. And reach out, down. Inhale. And then exhale and draw up. So again, breath, we're going to come back to breath. Now, we talked about loose arms, so make your feet a little bit wider. That's not that important. Let your arms hang, and then turn your hip and just let your arms dangle. Noodly arms. I want you to think about this as we're doing stuff later on, because wet noodle is one of the principles. You want whatever muscle you're stretching to be loose so that it will stretch, because strengthening and loosening are opposite ends. They are at their opposite ends, or yin and yang. So we're going to be doing a lot of relaxing our body or figuring out how to balance our body to relax. All right, now let's actually warm up our spine a little bit. I'm going to take say this round pillow. I'm going to walk around it in a circle. Now, we're not just going to walk around it like this. The important thing is, as you walk around, turn your waist and your hips and look over your shoulder. So we're going to walk around. Right now, I'm walking around with my left hand into the inside, so I'm walking around counterclockwise. So keep looking over your shoulder as you walk in a circle. You can do stuff with your hands, but right now I'm just wanting to have your spine twisted as you take steps. You're doing subtle vibrations of your spine while it's twisted. This doesn't seem like much, and it's not much. Do this for a couple of weeks, 5 minutes a day. See what happens. All right, let's go ahead and turn around and do those things. So now, right hand's on the inside. I'm going to turn my waist, turn my hip. I'm going to look over my shoulders. Excuse me, hip and waist. I do that all the time. Looking over my shoulder. Again, twisting your spine as you walk. Now, if you want to extend this a bit, you could extend your arms and so on, but maybe do that another time. Okay, that's good. All right, let's do one more shake, and then we're going to go ahead and get to some stretching. Okay, we're going to start by stretching our back a little bit and our hamstrings. So let's go ahead and get into that. I'm going to get a timer here. Okay, bend your knees, feet parallel, bend your knees, bend, 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 bend. hips. Sorry, put your chest onto your leg and just hang over here. Now, if you need to use something to support your arms, that's totally fine. But eventually, maybe you can cross your arms, hold them like so, and then allow your back to just relax down so you get some nice extension, get some synovial fluid between your discs. Slowly over time, maybe your legs can get a little bit straighter. You can use the wall to help a little bit if you'd like, to help with balance. Your legs are likely going to shake a bit. That's fine. That's par for the course. So as we're here, inhale to a count of 4 and exhale to a count of 8. Let's go ahead and do that a couple times. So get ready and begin with an inhale of 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhaling 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And continue at your own pace. As you exhale and inhale, extending your exhale will upregulate your parasympathetic nervous system, which is your rest and digest system. We're trying to put our bodies in a little bit of discomfort, and then we use our breath to tell our autonomic system it's okay. You are officially neural hacking your brain right now. Your breath is your simplest, best way to control your physiological and psychological state. We have to be here for a while. Passive tension over time. We're training our nervous system. We're training our muscle fibers that it's okay to relax. Permanent change requires about 2 minutes or more. More than 5 minutes for most stretches, you probably want to go ahead and switch to something else. Now we're about to come out of this pose. So carefully put your hand on the floor and push up. Bend your knees, bend your knees, bend your knees. Bring your hands up onto your knees or above your knees and push. Do not use your back or your legs very much to stand up. Once you're back to a normal position, you're fine. Okay, so now let's go on and get onto the floor. I want you to do two things. I want you to have your shins on the floor, and I want you to curl under your toes. All right, so I'm going to actually be on my knees with my toes curled under. Let's go ahead and get into this. Now, optionally, you can add some stuff with your arms behind your back. But what we're doing here is this is called dorsiflexion. When you point your ankles plantar, this is called dorsiflexion. This allows you to squat. So if you have trouble squatting, a lot of times it's ankle flexibility. We're working on our ankles. Next, we're going to do the opposite. So we're going to go all the way one way and all the way the other way, because this also helps with your toes. In between stretching your toes, you're in the way. Camera can't see, buddy. You stretch your toes, you stretch your foot. You can now grip with your foot. And that's a big deal for balance. It's hugely important in Tai Chi, actually just in walking. So we are retraining our feet. If you wear shoes with a lift, this is going to kill you. The more it kills you, the more you need it. So again, I'm going to go ahead and put my arms behind my back. This is pose has both an effect on your shoulders if you do this, as well as on your toes. So this is a good place to do something like this. Remember to go back to your breath. Inhale for a count of 4. Exhale for a count of 8. Okay, we're about to come out of this now. What I want you to do is lean forward to get the weight off of your toes. Wait a second, and then lift your toes. Now let your feet point and sit back. If you need a pillow under your bum, that's fine. However far back you can go, you can go. I'll go ahead and turn around here for a second. So, knees together. If your bum is on your heels, you can take your feet apart and allow your bum to go to the ground. If you can do that, that's all you need for this one. You can certainly go further, but we're looking for basic range of motion, and we're trying to improve our body for something like Tai Chi or Bagua. Going further back, unnecessary. But if you want to, do not go back until your bum is solid on the ground and your knees are together. Now, I've got a little bit of a spread, but this is fine. But don't go back if you don't have those two conditions. If you have any kind of pinching in your back, don't go back. On this pose, if I do it long enough, I can go all the way back onto my shoulders, but I probably won't even try for the time we're doing it. It's not important because this is the stretch. Now, a nice side effect of this is when you stretch your front, it helps your back bends. Also, we're stretching a place that often is tight from sitting. So if you sit all day long, Chester, would you fuck off? Jesus Christ. Oh, you're constant. I'm sorry, dude. You're just being real fucking irritating. All right, now to come out of this, push off and just get your weight off your knees so you can get some blood flow into your knees. And then maybe just sort of get yourself into a tabletop and point each leg, push each leg out back. All right. Now we're in a tabletop. That's exactly where we want to start. So take your right foot and swing it up to your right hand. I want your leg, your foot, say in front of your hand, even maybe, and then either straight up and down or even forward. Rotate that foot out, push your back leg back. You may need to put some kind of pad under your knee, totally fine. And then just relax. If your arms can't handle this, you can use a bench, you could use pillows, use a prop, but still try to sort of support yourself because over time, notice I've got my arm locked out. And if you're going to use your fist, use these two fingers because there's skeletal structures to support it, but not in these two fingers. Do not use your pinky finger. Do not use your ring finger. You'll break your hand. Just these two. If your leg falls out, totally fine. So we're getting a nice stretch on our left side. This is getting your hip flexor. You sit all day, you're going to really feel that. On the right side, hamstring. Might be some other stuff back around you. You might be getting something on your hip adductors or abductors, either ones. The adductors, they add up into the middle or they bring your legs in. The abductors pull your legs out. They abduct outward. I know that's not quite the right word, use of the word. Now, if you're getting a good stretch, you're getting a good feeling, that just stick with it. Doesn't matter how low you are. What matters is how it feels. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. Try to get a good stretch, but try to get a stretch you can maintain, and then use your breath. Go back to your breath. Really feel that muscle. Whatever is getting the strain, really focusing on it. Give it your attention, your deep attention. By doing that, you're training your brain and you're saying, this is important. I want to get better information here. You're increasing your neuroplasticity. You're also going to be improving your sense of interoception, which is your internal sense of self. All right, now, to come out of this, push back a little bit, curl your toes under, and then bring your right leg back. Push back into a child's pose just for a second. Just push back. Come on back up to a tabletop. Swing your left leg forward, right left foot up to your left hand. Turn your left foot out. Push your right leg back. You're pointing your toes on your right side. Now the right side is where you're getting your hip flexor stretched, and your left side is getting the hamstring. Hamstring right here. When you have your leg bent, it tends to take the stretch, whatever you're stretching on your hamstring, and moves it in towards the middle of the muscle belly. And we're trying to emphasize muscle belly, not tendons or ligaments. Okay. Push back, curl your right toes under, bring your left leg back, push back, and just sort of take a bit of just a second break here. Okay, now you're going to want pillows for this next one. Okay, on this next one, I need to show you something before we get into it. Be careful of this. We're going to have our knees on the ground and we're going to spread our legs. This isn't about how far you can spread your legs at all. And if you spread your legs too far, you can hurt your knees. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take our feet and rotate them out like so. Now, I would do them all the way up, but I'll fall over. And then we're going to sit into a pose. And in doing it this way, we're going to emphasize right here the hip flexors. We're not going to do it standing, it's hard to hold. We're going to do it on the ground. Same thing on the ground. Something for my knee. I got these are the bit ones here. And how long am I going to do this one for? Okay. So again, it's not about how far your legs are apart, but certainly you can put them apart if you want. And then I'm going to have my feet turned out like I was standing. And then the pose is sitting back into it. And right now, I've already got a nice stretch on both my hip flexors, though mostly my right hip flexor because it's a slightly tighter one. but it's already starting to give. If you spread your knees too far, you start to hit your patellas at about a 45-degree angle. So just really be careful. If you're feeling anything in your knees, back off and find some other way. Get some more padding. Don't don't mess with your knees. Don't mess with your joints. They don't grow back. Okay, to come out of this, sort of slowly push yourself forward and then lift up. Oh, I need to come out of this like that. Whew. I don't know about y'all, but that was a good stretch. Yeah. Okay, now, probably going to want a pillow for your bum. You don't need it, but a little bit of elevation helps you lean forward, and so it'll make gravity work to your advantage. Those and feet together, and then feet pretty far over. 1, 2, 3, 3.5, 4, 5 is even fine, and just lean forward. And here we go. So passive, deep flexibility, passive resistance, or tension over time. You put yourself in discomfort. Your body doesn't want to do that. But then your conscious self, uses your intention through your breath to tell your autonomic system, I got this. That's what you're doing. So you need to do this on a regular basis. 15 minutes, 5 days a week is good enough to retrain your autonomic nervous system over time. What's up, Chesh? Dude, seriously, didn't you get the message earlier? I will pet you, but you're being a pest. So you're probably feeling this in your groin, maybe your lower back. If you're feeling some tightness in your lower back, if you notice, I put some pressure on your forehead, and I will often relieve some of the tension in your lower back. Gives you a bit of a sort of a leverage point there. I'm noticing some stretching definitely on my abductors, left side more than right. Sorry, abductors, yeah, to the outside of my left hip, gluteus maximus, the minor. I don't remember their names honestly. All right, now again, push off with your arms. Don't use your back to come out of this. Okay, next, need a wall. Also recommend a couple pillows. I'm gonna stretch the front of our thighs here. So sitting against the wall. Yeah. Okay. So knees bent. So take your right foot. You might have to put your left foot out a good distance and bring your right foot up onto your left leg. And over time, if you can bring your foot closer, great. If you need a pillow to help your ankle, that's fine. You can add a little bit of pressure, but I wouldn't do it. Honestly, if you're feeling a good amount of stretch, just let it go. It'll take care of itself. You might go very slowly, side to side. So your your muscle fibers are called sarcomeres, and they kind of look like fabric. They come together. And what we're doing is we're slowly over time relaxing them. But each muscle fiber is its own independent thing. So we're trying to get lots of sarcomeres to simultaneously relax. Same thing in reverse. If you're a power lifter, you're trying to get as many of your sarcomeres to tighten so that you get more efficiency out of the muscles that you have. So rather than building muscle, you improve the efficiency of the muscle and build muscle. In this case, by relaxing and moving slowly side to side, you're covering more of the muscle. But be careful and move. When I say move side to side, notice that was a move. What is that? A half inch? Plenty of distance. 5 millimeters for you, for the rest of the world. Is that right? 2.54. I said half, so that's 1.25 centimeters. Centimeters to millimeters is 10. 12.5. Yeah. So more like 12 to 13 millimeters, I suppose. I'm calculating slowly because I'm kind of partially asleep from the breath work. And this thing. Again, if you can bring your foot a little bit closer, try to do so. Okay, now I'm gonna release yourself there. Excuse me, Chesh. Okay, right foot down, left leg, left foot on your above your right knee. And here we go. right. So now what I want you to do is slide down on your mat. We're going to lay on our back. Going to get a nice big twist on our lower back. So if you sit all day, you're going to feel this. If you have a tight lower back, you're going to feel this. Now, you might need something to support you because we're going to lean to each side, like a bench or a pillow or something like that. That's fine. So feet are your legs are bent. Take your right foot and either hook it behind or over your left knee. The stretch is all about twisting. So I'm going to take my left hand and put it on the outside of my right leg, and I'm going to twist to the side. And I'm going to take my other hand and just lean off to this other side. Now I'm not pulling with my left hand. There is a little bit of weight there, but I'm not worried about that. So this is a really good pose to take really big breaths into your belly. Expand that belly. When you expand your belly, you stimulate the vagus nerve that goes through your belly and it invigorates your belly. When you stimulate your vagus nerve, it's your rest and digest. You're coming out of sympathetic mode. You're calming down. If you practice this on a regular basis, long term, you'll lower your A1C and other inflammation markers. Could help with your digestion, a whole bunch of stuff. Reduce stress. Remember to go back to your breath. Inhale real big. And then exhale maybe with an ah. When you do that, you're stimulating your throat, which stimulates the vagus nerve that goes through your throat. And that's what this thing is doing. It's stimulating my vagus nerve. I think it's either 13 or 17 hertz. I don't remember. Maybe 16, but around there. And I can hear it clicking in my headphones. Okay, we're about to come out of this one. Very important, very important. Slowly, do not come out of this quickly. Okay, untwist your feet if they're twisted. Get your right foot on top of your left leg. Slide your right foot back until it is on the ground. Put your foot on the ground. Bring your knee over and slowly roll back onto your back. Really important here. You can easily tear your muscle if you're not careful. Certainly pull it. Now, just sit here for a second. Which side feels different? How's your right side feel? Take a quick. Mine feels like it's arched up, like it's loose. It's very just relaxed, whereas the other side is still somewhat tight. So same thing. Take your left foot, put either hook up behind your right knee, over your right knee, or whatever. Right hand outside of right hand outside of left leg, and twist, 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 twist. Again, to come out of this, untwist your legs if they're twisted. Get your left foot on top of your right leg. Slide your left foot back until it's touching the ground. And slowly bring your leg first and then your back onto the ground. Stay here and just sort of feel what it feels like for a second. And then maybe gently swing your knees side to side just a few times to sort of reintegrate your back. Okay, let's continue to abuse our back. Flip over onto your stomach and also slide up against the wall so your head is against the wall. Now let's see. I'm gonna do this one for. Okay, there we go. Good. All right. With your head against the wall, reach up with your hands a little bit wider than shoulder width, or even a little bit more, and then just hang here. Okay, to come out of this, push up with your stomach. That'll give your arms a little bit of a relax, and then arms down to the ground. Okay, get your elbows under your shoulders. Push into your elbows as you sort of push the middle of your back and arch your back. So you're creating what's called a turtle back here. All right, finally, down to the last stretch. On your stomach still. All right, take your right hand and arm, put it in front of you. Take your left arm, same thing, but a little bit closer to your body. And then I'm going to have you take your right hand to the left and your left hand to the right. So let's go ahead and do that. And then take your chin and put it on your arm. In this case, your right arm is in front of your left arm. So put your chin on your right arm and just sort of relax. Believe it or not, this is awkward, but once you get used to this, it's easy to fall asleep in this pose. Just set an alarm. Okay, push with your stomach to come out of this. Switch arms. So put the left arm in front and the right arm closer to your body. Left hand to the right, right hand to the left. Sneak, 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 sneak. Cross your elbows, chin down on this time your left arm. And here we go. Push up with your stomach to come out of this. And that was done. We're stretching. Let's go ahead and come back up to a standing position and do just a few more things to finish up. Okay, so first of all, let's just do a little bit of very light shaking just to wake ourselves up. Okay, what I want to do is I want you to stand with your feet parallel, knees slightly bent. Bring your arms up like so, right? And I want you to turn side to side for a second. Don't twist your knees. So just twist at your waist and your hip. Okay, now what I want you to do is stop moving your waist and hip. Just twist at your shoulders. And actually keep your head forward. Now twist at your waist and hips only. Keep your shoulders stable. Now move them opposite. So while your shoulders go clockwise, your waist goes counterclockwise, and vice versa. Okay, now let's work on standing just a little bit. I want to work on engaging our pelvic floor as a sort of a last thing to do before we shake it out again. All right, so feet parallel, knees bent. As we mentioned earlier, take your sacrum and tuck it under and sort of open up your hips a little bit. That locks your legs. Now, next part, right above the tip of your ears, top of your head, and the back is the fontanelle. Push up there. Like imagine there's a balloon and imagine it's pulling you up. That extends your spine up, brings my weight forward a little bit, and then medial rotate of your hands. So your hands come into the center. This relaxes the inside of your arms, and take your sternum and push it down. So one more time. So feet parallel, knees bent, sacrum down. Same side, same thing, different angle. Sacrum down, under, open up a little bit here. Your legs are locked in. Now I'm going to extend my head straight up. Oops, too fast. And I'm really not. I am not moving my body other than I'm pushing my head straight up. So let's try this again. Also pose my chin back a little bit. And then medial rotation. Relax your sternum in. That brings the spinal column into your pelvic floor. So maybe. Okay. Now that we've done that a few times, try to do that. And now reach up to inhale. Exhale down. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale up. Sorry, up. Exhale down. Inhale down. And exhale up. Okay, and finally shake it out. Just and let's see, we got a little time left. Oh wow, that was a quick run. I wonder if I forgot anything. Well, anyway, so let's do a little bit of moving qigong, slow and gentle. This is a variety of sweeping leg, and it's going to look like a dance move, but it's so the footwork. I'm going to step my left foot behind. This is the footwork is pretty simple. Okay, but the handwork is not so simple. So it's medial rotation each time. I'm looking and pushing in one direction. Now my hands are going to go back into my middle, so medial rotation. 1, 2 circles. Look and push the other direction. You can do this certainly slowly Or you can do it a little more energetically if you'd like. Come back a little bit so you can actually see this a little bit better. So we're here. And that is as compared to this. Same thing. Well, not the same thing, but similar. Anyway, I'm going to call it good night.